Good afternoon, students. This is Dr. Smale.
Mrs. Billman?
And Mr. Long?
We hope that you are all doing well. We wanted to check in with you today, just first of all, to make sure that you're all doing well and see if there's any way that we can support you in any way. We are certainly delighted to be able to reach out to you. We have a couple things that we want to share. So we'll start by going through a few things. We're going to talk a little bit about our grading system, our new pass-fail system, and what to think about as we're working through that. In addition to that, we're gonna go back and take a look at our schedule as well, and then also talk about a Spirit Week that we have coming up next week after Easter. So if you just give me a moment here, we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put on a screen here, and Mrs. Billman, Mr. Long, and I are just gonna go through just a few things with all of you. So as you look at this screen here, you will see a passing grade will be earned if a student does the following things. And I just want to clarify that instead of getting a grade on a 1, 2, 3, 4 scale, on our final report card, we are going to move to a pass-fail model. And there's a couple of criteria there that we want to make sure that each and every one of you follow and do the best of your ability that will lead you to getting a passing grade. The first thing that's important is we ask that of all of your assignments that you do your best effort with all of them and to a satisfactory level of completing and submitting the majority of your class assignments. The other thing that is important is to participate in the majority of virtual check-in meetings with your teacher. You should expect to have one check-in a week with each one of your core teachers. That's your math, your language arts, your science, and your social studies teacher. We ask you to do your best in being a part of every one of those virtual meetings. And if you're not able to be a part of those virtual meetings, that you at least check in with your teacher and make them aware that you will not be able to attend. They would be able to possibly check in with you at another time to help you with any questions that you may have. The third thing that's going to be important is that you seek assistance from your teachers when facing any difficulty with an academic task. So if you're struggling with anything in any one of your core areas, be an advocate for yourself and reach out to your teachers and ask the questions you might have. Also, if you have any technology issues, please make sure that you reach out to our technology department so they can assist you in any way possible. The final thing that we ask is that you respond to any feedback and make any corrections that are asked of you. So a couple additional things that we would like to talk about in regards to grading while we're in this distance learning format is, will you still receive grades on any of the assessments that you take? And several of your teachers may still give you a grade, so you still may get a 3 or a 3.5 on an assessment. And it's important to take a look at that feedback that's provided to you, whether it's a quiz or a test or a learning task, and learn from that. The feedback is the most meaningful thing that you will get. And you should take that information and not get hung up on whether your assignment was all correct or how many mistakes you had, and just take a look at that feedback and use it to make yourself better. A second question that we wanted to talk through with all of you, are you still going to be able to see grades in Sapphire? I know many of you from time to time go into Sapphire and you look and you like to be able to keep up with how you're doing on all your assignments. Several of your teachers will still continue to enter grades into Sapphire. Many of them enter, quiz grades, but then also test grades in addition to other assignments that you have that allow you and your parent to sort of keep up to date with how you're doing on your progress. But keep in mind, at the end of the marking period, you will ultimately get a passing or a failing grade for the purposes of a report card. The other thing we would like to talk about is just, is it possible that a teacher could ask me to redo an assignment? And a teacher has the autonomy to let you know or ask you to resubmit an assignment if they don't think it is up to their satisfactory level that they would expect from you and any students in their classes. So there are just a couple things that we wanted to talk about with our grading system. I'm going to move ahead to Mrs. Billman, and she's going to talk a little bit about, she's going to go through a couple reminders with our distance learning schedule and talk a little bit about attendance procedures.
Earlier, when we launched distance learning, Dr. Smale shared with you by video a schedule that would be good for you to utilize on a daily basis, because there is an anticipation that we will return together face to face. And therefore, if we maintain a schedule, it'll help with those adjustments. At the same time, it will help you to schedule and break down your day. We went ahead and we broke down each of your core subject areas and your exploratory classes, as well as some independent time at the end of your day for any of your cult teachers or your performing art teachers. The main reason for doing that is to really have an opportunity to plan Zoom meetings or Google Hangout meetings, virtual meetings for you to have access to your teachers, and they have access to you to help you with some of the instruction. It also allows you an opportunity to kind of break down your day, to build an exercise, as well as breaks throughout the day, and know when to start a day and when to end the day. In order to be successful with that, we are asking that you progress through on a weekly basis the core assignments that are being asked of you in each of your classes. You may be working day by day, or you may be working a little bit more at a week-long status. Either way, we are asking that you are showing progress with your academic courses, and therefore your teachers will be in contact with you through email or through virtual meetings to watch and help you with your progress. If they recognize that they're not seeing some of the progress with those courses, they'll begin first of all by reaching out to you through email to see if there's any concerns that they might be able to help with individually. Second way of communicating is will be through an email with you as well as your parent to see if there are further concerns, as there hasn't been a lot of response through the first communication. Last, if we still don't hear or recognize progress, you might receive a phone call so that we can assess what the concerns are in the household and how we can best help you with making progress through your courses within our distance learning. Communication is important. We ask that you check your email daily, as well as respond to your teachers. If they send an email to you, we ask that you respond back to them. If you're unable to attend those virtual sessions, we ask that you make sure that you have contact with a teacher to let them know what the concerns are. From there, continuing to make a schedule and working through that on a weekly basis is going to help you make progress and show that success within your coursework. Good luck.
I'm now going to turn things over to Mr. Long, who's going to talk a little bit about a Spirit Week that we have coming up the week of the 14th through the 17th. That'll run Tuesday and Thursday after our Easter break.
All right, hey everybody. So one of the things that I think is the most difficult, at least for me, and I can only imagine that it's difficult for you as well, is just being away from other human beings. I know I'm struggling with that a little bit myself. I love my quiet house, but sometimes it gets too quiet. So this is an opportunity for all of us, your teachers, your fellow classmates, and even your principals and counselors to get involved in maintaining our connection to school, even if we have to do it from a distance. So student council, under the direction of Mrs. Irvin, really kind of helped to work with some of our student leaders to develop this. These are all ideas that came from your classmates. These are not ideas that were kind of thought up by us adults. Your classmates thought these up. So what we're going to ask you to do is participate in these Spirit Days the same way that you would if we were face to face. And Mrs. Irvin and Mr. Barge, through Cult Vision, they're going to work to collect these photos. Now, Mrs. Irvin will be in touch with everyone via email, probably, I think, to have a Google folder that would be available for you to share any photos that you want to take of yourself. Now, make sure those photos are school appropriate, of course, to showcase your participation in the Spirit Week. So when we come back from spring break, we have next Monday off. Monday the 13th, we have off. But Tuesday, the 14th, we're going to have a virtual Twin Tuesday. And a second piece of that is something that you can do. So the Spirit thing will be a virtual Twin Tuesday, dressing up with your friend and take pictures. Or create an obstacle course fun. Make an obstacle course around your house and have your family member videotape you doing it. I think that'd be hilarious, actually. I think you should probably do that. And maybe embarrass your parents or a younger or older brother or sister. Have fun with that. Wednesday is supporting your sport. We really feel awful for all of those individuals who would be participating in spring sports and activities that you don't necessarily have that opportunity right now. So this is your time to, put on some running shoes, or I mean, not that you're going to throw a shot put around your yard, but hey, if you're throwing a shot put around your yard, go to it. Just make sure you fix the divots all through your yard. So support your sport. It could be a fall sport that you were involved with. Showcase what you're doing. Another option for Wednesday is Way Back Wednesday. You can take a picture of yourself recreating a picture from when you were little. Again, if you want to put yourself in a diaper, make sure everything is covered up appropriately. For Thursday, tie-dye Thursday, I'm going to break out some tie-dye on Thursday. I have a lot of tie-dye. And pamper your pet. I've been seeing a lot of pictures on Instagram and Twitter about poor dogs that haven't been groomed in like 5 weeks and their hair is all gross and matted. So pamper your pet. They need love too, just the way everybody else does. And Friday, as we round out our week, Pajama Day, wear your favorite pair of pajamas. And I'll be honest, this is not going to really be a new thing for me. It's kind of what I've been doing pretty much every day. So this should be the easiest way for you to participate in any Spirit Day, because I'm going to go out on a limb and venture to guess to say that most of you are enjoying your PJs on a consistent basis, as you should. And the other option there is do your own activity. Any activities that you are doing, that'd be great. Go ahead and share. And again, we'll be in touch with the ways that you can specifically submit those photos later this week so that we can all participate in the Spirit Week and maintain our community at EHMIS, even if it is from a virtual distance. Thanks. We look forward to seeing what you're going to do, and we'll turn it back over to Dr. Smale.
Okay, having a little bit of a technological difficulty there, but I do want to say just a couple things as we wrap up for today. First of all, I want to thank all of you for all of your hard work and talking with teachers, and we do check in with our teachers regularly during the day. They are very, very pleased with the amount of the response they have gotten from all of you in getting work completed and following up on the tasks that are asked of you. Please keep in mind your teachers have worked very, very hard over the past couple weeks getting ready for our distance learning program. Obviously, this is a situation that none of us have ever dealt with in our lifetime. And once we get through it, hope that none of us ever have to deal with ever again. But just a couple of things to keep in mind. If you do have questions, please be an advocate for yourself and reach out to your teachers. And also keep in mind that school runs this week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, okay, the 6th through the 8th. And then Thursday, the 9th through Monday the 13th will be our Easter spring break. So again, I want to thank you for all of your hard work. Stay safe and stay healthy, and we will be in touch soon. Have a great day, everyone.